Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this thoroughly to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. Let us start the day to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in different time frames. So friends, here you can see a monthly chart of natural gas futures. Here I find that a directional move can be calculated with the help of some angles. Here I find that the natural gas futures, after testing the highs of $15.772 in 2006, we have seen the natural gas futures started to take sharp downward moves again and again till now. Here I find that this fall may be calculated with the help of an angle analysis. Here I would prefer to call this fall as a fall of minus 23 degree angle, where I find that whenever the natural gas futures try to make upward moves, we find that the natural gas futures face stiff resistance once again at the same levels in 2008. In July 2008, here you can see that the natural gas futures tested the highs of $13.242, and since then we can see here that a sharp fall was there in a monthly time frame, where the natural gas futures tested the lows of $2.454. Here I find that this level provides a good opportunity to go long. Whenever the natural gas futures tested this level and sustain above this level, we can see here that the natural gas futures make a sharp upward move to form the next peak of the season. Every year I find that this level provides a good opportunity to go long, but here below this level the natural gas futures become weaker. Whenever the natural gas futures break this major support level at the levels of $2.507, BS started to take this opportunity to go short. Here you can see that the natural gas futures tested the lows of $1.8 on April 2nd, 2012, and once again they started to move upward from here and formed a new highs on January 1st, 2014, when the natural gas futures touched the highs of $5.943, and once again the natural gas futures found a downward move in February 2014, when the natural gas futures tested the lows of $4.478. Here we can see that the natural gas futures made a sharp upward move up to the levels of $6.370 on February 3rd, 2014, but a sharp sell-off was there. And once again the natural gas futures closed at these levels during February 2014. But here I find that after consolidation above the levels of $4.292, the natural gas futures finally broke this level during the month of July 2014 and started to make downward move. So here I find that the natural gas futures found good support once again at the levels of $3.812 and maintained this consolidation up to December 1st, 2014, when we can see here that the natural gas futures faced heavy sell-off during the month of December 2014, when the natural gas futures once again moved below the levels of $2.454 and touched the lows of $1.868. Here I find that the levels of $1.854 seems to be a good opportunity for the bulls to go long from these levels, because here below the levels of $1.708, here starts the BS trapping zone. When the BS are trapped inside this zone, whenever the natural gas futures tested these lows, as here you can see that in March 2016, the natural gas futures tested the lows of $1.648 when a lot of bears trapped inside this trapping zone. But once again we can see here that the bears started to run upward. Here I find that the bears made this short covering rally possible when the natural gas futures touched the highs of $3.972 in December 2016. So here I find that the year of 2016 2016 seems to be a year which we may see a repetition during the year 2020. Here I find that the natural gas futures has formed a good signal for the natural gas bulls to go long from these levels, from the levels of $1.841, where I find that the natural gas futures may find thick presence of natural gas bulls to test new highs during the year 2020. Here I would like to zoom this portion for you to see these moves of a monthly time frame. Here I find if the natural gas futures find a downward move up to the levels of $1.644, I find that this will provide a good opportunity to go long from these levels, because from here we will see a short covering rally from these levels. So here I find that any downward move from the levels of $1.727 will provide a good opportunity to go long for an immediate target up to the levels of $2.988 during the month of May 2020. So friends, be ready to see an action in natural gas futures, because the natural gas futures have already formed a bullish formation in a monthly time frame, which looks evident enough for a short covering rally during the month of March to May, where I find that a sustainable move above the levels of $2.987 will result in more sharp upward moves up to the levels of $3.244. So friends, I find that any downward move in natural gas futures up to the levels of $1.748 will provide a good opportunity to go long, because here I find that the natural gas futures may provide one more opportunity to test the previous lows of this season, when the natural gas futures tested the lows of $1.748 during the year 2020. Here I find if the natural gas futures find a gap down opening on the first trading session of the upcoming week, which may provide one more opportunity to natural gas bulls to go long from the levels of $1.748 to go long from these levels, where I find that a sustainable move above the level of $2.262 may result in a sharp upward move in natural gas futures, when the natural gas futures may test the highs of $2.988 during the month of April 2020. Let us have a look at the movement of natural gas futures in a daily time frame. So here I find that in a daily time frame, the natural gas futures have formed a bullish hammer in a daily time frame, where I find that the natural gas futures may try to sustain above the levels of $1.902. Here I find that the natural gas futures may see a gap up opening on the first trading session of the upcoming week. If the natural gas futures find a gap up opening above the levels of $1.948, we will see the natural gas futures to take a sharp upward move up to the levels of $2.038, where we may see some sell-off once again, where the natural gas futures may find some sell-off from these levels, from the levels of $2.051. If the natural gas futures make a downward move once again and test the levels of $1.848, I find that this will provide a good opportunity to go long in natural gas futures, where I find that the natural gas futures may take a sharp upward moves from these levels, which may continue during the upcoming 2 or 3 months, where the natural gas futures may test the highs of $2.521 during the month of March, where a sustainable move above the levels of $2.525 will result in a sharp upward move, when the natural gas futures may test the highs of $2.988 during the month of April 2020. So friends, be ready to see an action in natural gas futures during the upcoming months. So friends, if you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.